Hello. This is mostly for the rebroadcast because I probably forget to cut off the beginning of this like I usually do. But what's up, y'all? I saw a few people lurking in the chat, so I figured, screw it. I'm already ready to go. I might as well just go live now. So, how is everybody today? Get some people in here. What's up, Sussurus Apprentice, Terry, Boogeyman, Ralph, Holy, what is it? Where did it go? Holy Grinder, Cal, what's up, man? What's up, Wicked Wolf? How are you guys today? What is everybody up to? I'm just chilling. I finished editing everything I needed to for the week. And now I'm on to the next. I've been already watching movies. I'm in the middle of watching Malum right now, which so far is super good. One of my favorites of the year so far. Oh, I've been wanting to check out Silo. I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's more sci-fi though, right? Or does it have some horror? Yeah, it's crazy hot here today too, Sussurus. Like, I don't know what you got going on there, but it's 109 right now here in Sacramento. Like, it's just stupid hot. I think, or maybe it's 108. Oh, 107. Yeah, 107. So yeah, it's just brutal. I think 108 was our high today. Yeah, definitely rent it. It's only $3.99 right now to rent. And I think it's so worth it. It's super gory. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do a full review on it, but I'm going to talk about it in my next video, next Friday's video. So, but I don't know if I'll do like an individual review. Yeah, it's basically the same premise as Last Shift, but so much more. It's really flushes the story out way more. It's much more gory and just the budget's way better. I can't say the acting's better because I thought the girl, I forget her name, but the actress that was in the first one was fantastic as well. Yeah, seriously, that's what I feel like when I go outside. I go outside to go to the store. Thank you. Yeah, I love this shirt. It's one of my favorite Killer Clown shirts. Like, it doesn't even look as bright and vibrant on camera as it is in person, but it's super vibrant. It's one of my favorites. And now it's shrunk up and it's almost too small to wear, but that's partly because I keep gaining weight. Thank you. Yeah, I got this one down in San Diego. And then this one I got as like a gift to myself for hitting 10,000 subscribers. No, I really enjoyed Exist, but that creature just very much looks like a guy in a suit. Like, the thing is, they did such a good job with it being dimly lit for most of the movie. It's not until really like the very end, Maurice, when you see it in the, like, they just should have never done it in the daylight. They should have had the final close of that movie at night. And like, I get it, especially when you're talking about low budget. Shooting in the at night is so difficult. It just comes out looking like shit because it's so hard to light things. So I get it. But if it was at night that suit was amazing and perfect. But it's just when they have those daytime shots at the end, it's just like oof. But that's my opinion. It's still a really fucking cool suit, but it just looks like a suit, and it takes you out of believing that it's like some kind of creature. But it's so worth a movie. It's so worth watching. Yeah, I loved Evil Dead Rise. It's one of my favorites right now. There's only one other movie now that I just watched that might dethrone Evil Dead Rise as my favorite movie of the year. Um, it's funny. What I most am looking forward to doesn't mean it's gonna be by far the most. Well, yeah, I hit 10,000 subs a long time ago. I'm at 26, almost 26 now. Oh, look at the boogeyman coming in. Hey, thank you so much for your donation, bro. Yeah, so the plan is I haven't decided yet, either Sunday or Monday. This Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna head out to my Halloween 3 trip, or Halloween 3 Season of the Witch location trip. So I'm gonna be doing lives from there. So either on Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna head out. I still gotta pick out an Airbnb to stay at or whatnot. So my favorite A24, it's probably Hereditary, but I love so many A24 movies for different reasons. Actually, you know what? My favorite A24 movie is Everything Everywhere All at Once, but that's not a horror movie. So my favorite horror movie from A24, I think, is Hereditary. Or yeah. Although there is a new one that is right up there. Yeah, one, two, three. There's other places out there. If you just look, I can't. I'd get in trouble if I tell you um, where you can find free movies to stream and whatnot. But what am I hoping to get out of it? I want to get some. I want to just see in person some of the locations. I want to. A lot of it's just get out of the house, go on an adventure. It show you guys the location. Uh, I really want to get a piece of the red brick from the Silver Samrock factory. Um, I want to see as many other locations as I can and talk about it some and just kind of, I don't know, just whatever the wind blows kind of thing. I don't know exactly what. I just want to go on a road trip, and you guys are basically going to be my sidekick because I don't have anyone to go with, to hang out with, to with me on that trip. So I'm basically going to take you guys on it and just do a couple lives, at least one a day while I'm there. I'm probably going to stay 2 days. So yeah. I was at Brian Donahue asked, you were at film yesterday. Which one was it? I went to. I've been to a film the last couple days. I went and saw Oppenheimer on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I went and saw um, Talk to Me, the new A24 movie, which my review comes out tomorrow morning. Um, and then yesterday, just for editing purposes, I was at the drive-ins and watched Barbie, which was okay. It's really just like a stupid little comedy, but I didn't pay that much attention to it. It's just it was something I hadn't seen at the drive-ins, and I needed to get some editing done, so I just sat there and edited the Talk to Me review, while I kind of sort of watched that movie. Yeah, not being able to get out and do things. Yeah, it's not being able to walk because of my stupid foot. Like it makes it really difficult. And then yesterday I went swimming for the first time this year. I was able to take the wrap off. The doctors took the big old compression wrap off, and so I thought I could go swimming. But then now the skin it started to kind of peel and whatever, and so much for swimming. And it sucks because I really want to get some exercise. Yeah, I don't remember which ones I've seen from the After Dark movies, but I've definitely seen some of the After Dark, if not all of them. You'd have to like ask me a specific one. Question is that everything movie good? Big K. You talking about Ralph? Are you talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once? If you're talking about that, it's an incredible movie. It was the best movie last year. Period. There's a reason why it won a bunch of Academy Awards and got nominated for a bunch of stuff. It's the most amazing movie. I think I might have. It's one of the most literally I've ever seen in my whole life. It's just not horror, so I didn't cover it on the channel. I really wanted to, and in hindsight, if it came out now, I would cover it. I would just be like, screw it. It's not horror, but I'm talking about it. But I was really sticking strictly to my no horror kind of rule last year. What happened to these old man eating? Yeah, Rusty, I don't know, but it would be fun to see like a crazy plant movie. Like I loved The Ruins, like with those crazy ass plants like eating the people. That was badass. Nice. You got your snack accessories. Question: have you ever seen this weird kooky cartoon called Poorly Drawn Lines? It was from the team that did Aqua Teen Hunger. No, I've heard people talk about that, but I'm not a big cartoon animation. Hey Leslie, I'm not a big not a real big animation guy, cartoon guy. I used to be like much more a long time ago, like when I was in my early 20s, or really all throughout my 20s. But especially now, like all I ever have the time to watch really is horror movies. When I'm not watching horror movies, I'm watching true crime stuff or just watching different random YouTube stuff. A lot of times I'm studying things to do with how to make the channel better in one way or another. I did a review, Joe, of Oppenheimer. It's posted on the channel right now. Okay, I just watched Butterfly Kisses. It was pretty good. I want another found footage. Give me one. Have you seen Lake Mungo? If you haven't seen Lake Mungo, it's one of the best. I want to see DC. I am dying to see Cobweb, but it's not playing anywhere near me. Like I can't find anywhere, and it's driving me crazy. Like when I go to Fandango, I can't find any information on where, because I'm even down to drive. Like I'm about to go down to the Bay Area, but I'm struggling to even find anywhere that it's playing. So maybe if when I'm down in the Bay Area, going to the Halloween 3 locations, if I can find a theater to see Cobwebs, I'll check it out. But it's not streaming yet. There's literally no way to watch it. So Maurice. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it if you think I'm the best horror critic around. I don't consider myself a critic, and I definitely don't think of myself as the best. I'm just a guy, just a guy chilling and making content, trying to make stuff that helps you guys. Yeah, Grave Encounters is another really fun, and there's like what 3 Grave Encounters now, or I believe there's a new Grave Encounters about to come out. So maybe that's the 3rd. I can't remember. I know there's at least 2, but yeah, Grave Encounters is definitely a good found footage one. It's more fun, got a little bit of a silliness to it. Yeah, Cobwebs it's all spelled one word, the boogeyman. So it's just cobwebs, like one word, not separate words. And I'm hearing good things about it. Spooky Astronaut was able to check it out. She got a screener. I tried to get a screener for it. I'm still not getting a lot of feedback yet from the studios. Like I'm still, new enough to this, and or not that big yet. So it's funny. I get a lot more views than a lot of these big channels, but they just look at subscribers and think of me as a small channel. And I'm like, all right, whatever, guys. Like I get way more views than a lot of these channels you guys work with, but whatever. Oh, I love the houses October built. I'm just assuming everybody's seen that though. Like when I said Lake Mungo, my thought was, like a more obscure found footage movie that nobody's seen. I don't think, Brian, I don't think we're gonna get a lull in content. Not as horror fans. I think, um, yeah, if you're talking about big mainstream studio movies, then yeah, there's gonna be a big lull. But I don't give a fuck about those movies. Like most of them aren't even that great. The movies I love are the smaller ones like A24 and Blumhouse, and the horror ones that we all love. Those are all independent productions. They don't Very few of their movies are going to be affected. The vast majority of those movies are continuing to record without any problems. It's just like the strike has nothing to do with the movie um Talk to Me, because like I was wondering if it was like, I personally am not going to change my content right now. I've thought about it, but I'm not involved in that world of the actors and all of their. I'm just not involved in all that world, so I'm just a little nobody talking about movies. But it's I did do some looking into it, and because it was shot in Australia, or I can't remember if it's made by Australian crew, but I feel like some of it was shot in Africa. Either way, it has nothing to do with the writer's strike or the actor's strike. So, Talk to Me isn't affected by it, but neither is a lot. Like I was looking into a lot of the movies, were just no problem. Yeah, the Hell House LLC movies are good too. Is there a very top level quick word, good or bad, if Talk to Me was good? I mean, A24. So, um, my review comes out tomorrow for Talk to Me, so definitely check that out. But the movie hits theaters on Thursday, this coming Thursday, and I guarantee you, everybody's going to be talking about this movie. It is going to sweep the horror world in a few weeks from now. Everybody's going to be talking about it. The only way to hype me to the studios is just to keep sharing my content with everybody, and just doing what you guys already do. A lot of it and a lot of things like this, it's just time. Like they just slowly start to figure out who you are and whatnot. I honestly don't even know. Like if I knew the right people to talk to get screeners and more of that stuff, I would. I don't even know who to talk to. Like I've tried to reach out as much as I can, but I just don't know who deals with a lot of that stuff. I just got this A24 one for Talk to Me, which is really cool. Like I was able to connect with someone to get that invite from A24, but I'm not on like a permanent list for them either. So Awesome, Vanity. Enjoy your time with your mom. That's really cool. Maurice, are you talking about the Chernobyl Diaries? That one's actually pretty cool. A lot of people don't know of that movie, but Chernobyl Diaries is actually pretty good. Thanks, Red Waters. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead is one of my all-time favorite movies. It, as far as horror comedies, it doesn't get much better than that. I loved Iron Eagle when I was a kid. That movie was super fun. Yeah, Maurice, I'm not. It's not about size. Like I said, I views are all I pay attention to. Like subscribers take time to get, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't like your subscriber count literally has no effect on your channel at all. It's really just like a clout thing. Like people just look at the number of subscribers and assign like, oh, that channel's big because they have so and so. But if you look at their views, like there is tons of channels that have over 100,000 subscribers or more that I get way more views than. This channel does way better than. So it doesn't really matter. Like I honestly just do the best quality work I can every single video, and I hope that every video does good. I don't worry about any of that stuff because that stuff just takes time and a lot of it's just out of my control. So what is my favorite true crime story of the moment? Um, I don't know. I haven't really been watching a ton of true crime lately. I listen to like podcasts with it, and I'm mostly am fascinated by serial killer stuff or like unknown, unsolved mystery kind of stuff. Um, I've been let's see, I've been all I've just literally been consumed with the channel and doing nothing but the channel for the last couple weeks. So I'm not sure off the top of my head like what I would be like, but I'm always interested in like good new true crime. It's just I don't know, it just hasn't been my thing recently. The reboot of the Return of the Living Dead? I didn't know there was a reboot. But I don't. That's a movie. I don't know why you would ever reboot because it's so much to do with when it was made. It's very much a movie of its time. It's not that the premise is so great unless you took it super serious. If you did Return of the Living Dead, but you took it in a really serious direction without any campiness, any silliness, then I could see redoing it. But otherwise, no. Yes, it's been Hiccup. Watch some really good movies thanks to you. Well, I am really glad to hear that, Nathan. That is the most important thing to me on this channel. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie Women. I don't know what Mr. Ballin is or Mr. Balin. Uh, let's see. Question: There is a young lady whose name eludes me, but she does makeup. Yeah, Bailey Sarian. Bailey Sarian is amazing, Joe. I listen to her podcast. I started watching Murder and Makeup, but I mostly just listen to her as a podcast now on Spotify. But I listen to basically all of them. Like, she's so good. She's funny, but she's also just super good at true crime. My favorite though is Last Podcast on the Left. I never ever ever miss an episode of their podcast, Last Podcast on the Left. From what I understand, it's not done yet. The Boogeyman, because I feel vaguely like I heard something about that. I just don't remember. All right, so I have some packages here that I am going to open up. So this first one, I'm not sure who it's from, but I have 3 different packages to open up from you guys. So I'm not sure. Hopefully there's a letter in. I think I know who these are all from, but we'll see. If there's a letter or a name in here, then it'll help my memory, but I'm pretty sure I know. All right. Great job. You're killing it. Oh, and it does. Okay, on the back. Kanan, just a little gift to say congrats on the success of your channel and good luck in the future. And then there's a whole long list of a bunch of stuff that's in here. And it says, not all items are available in my shop yet. There will be coming soon. Cindy Ward. Okay, so Cindy Ward, I guess, has a shop where a lot of this stuff is. But I don't know what her shop is. Hopefully there's something. So this is from Cindy Ward then. Hopefully there's something that says the name of her shop. Cindy, if you're in here, post the name of your shop. Okay, Memories of Violet. Of Violet? Memories of Violet. It looks like is the name of her shop. So I don't know if it's an actual store or whatnot, but the first thing is this little rattlesnake rattler keychain. So that's fun. And it's got like some little stickers. See these stickers? Super fun. Look at that little keychain. And then there's her business card. Oh, and then here on the back, it says her information. It looks like find Memories of Violet on Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram, or Memories of Violet at yahoo.com. And it's Cindy Ward. And there's other stuff in here. Whoa, what is this thing? Whoa, what? Look at this. It's a xenomorph egg, I think, right? Dude. Look at that. That's super cool. Look at this. And it's like a hard plastic. Thank you so much. This is awesome. This is going to look good on the shelf. All right. And then what is this thing? Whoa, what? Oh, this is cool. Okay, I just realized. So these are 3D printed, I believe. But look at this little dragon. See, he like rattles. But look at him. Can you guys see that all right? I know it is wicked. And then one last thing, it looks like some kind of mug, I think. It's like super trippy looking packing stuff. Look at this. It's like I've never seen a packing material like this. Oh, whoa. Look at this mug, guys. Look at this mug. It's got Halloween, The Exorcist, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Carrie, Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween 3, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, and Nightmare on Elm Street, the final chapter. Look at this mug. How cool is that? It's all VHSs. It looks like, literally, it looks like my shelf. I don't have the movies quite in this order, but I think I have most. Yeah, I have all these, I believe. Yeah, I have all of these on VHS. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Cindy Ward, you are awesome. All right, I'm going to put these up there right now. Probably move things around a little bit. And then the keychain, I will put over by my keys. All right, let's see what some of you guys are saying. Stop it. I'm a sucker for mugs. That's badass. I know, isn't it? Hit up Cindy Ward. Okay, that would be mainly Vincent material. All right, next package. This one is from John Wolf, or the Boogeyman. He's in here somewhere. I'm not sure if I have two from him or one. I felt like he sent me a couple things, but I think I've only gotten one of his package. This is here, but I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to start with this one. What do we got here? Oh, hell yeah. Look at this, guys. Woo! Oh, I love Sam. I'm such a fan of Sam. This just makes me feel like it's Halloween already. Oh, I love him so much. And look at this. Look at all the different heads, like options. So cool. Man. I think this might be the best NECA, or at least one of the best NECAs, because the detail and all the different masks. I mean, look at all the different, there's like literally every version of the way his face looks in them. Oh, it's got the pumpkin. Man, there's so much stuff. Look at like all the little tools and weapons and shit. That's so awesome. So, John, or the Boogeyman, were you intending on me opening this, or did you want me to leave this in the package? Because I can hang it up back here somewhere, or I can open it up and display it up there on that shelf or over on the set. Yeah, he's working on a YouTube channel himself, so I'm excited to see what he puts out over the next few months or whatever. I was talking to him today about a logo and things like that. I need to get a Barbie for him to chase. Oh, that would be good. Okay, I'm probably gonna take him out because it's a lot more fun to display the different figures that you guys get me, and it's like if I leave them in boxes, honestly, I'll run out of room and won't be able to display them. So as long as your intention wasn't for me to keep it in the box, I think I'm gonna probably take it out. All right, and I have one more package. Right here. Let's see who this is from. I'm not sure who this one's from. Ooh, interesting. It's in this like really fancy, nice little bag. All right, let's see. This is from the Boogeyman as well. And it says, I saw this and immediately thought of you, brother. I was just sitting here at the surgical center, bored as hell, and a bored Boogeyman is never a good thing. Happy my wife's books are smaller. What? Happy my wife's books are smaller. Day. From the Boogeyman. I don't understand that last part, bro. Let's carefully take it out of this. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, snap. This is awesome, bro, but I actually have one right there. Do you, I mean, like I feel, I don't know what to say. Like I'm super stoked on it, but like my sister got me that last Christmas, so it's literally the exact same thing. So I don't know if you want me to just ship it to you or I can put up both. Just let me know. And it is my favorite movie of all time. So let me know. I could give it away to one of the viewers. I can ship it to you. I can put it up in another room. Whatever you want to do. Okay, just let me know. Yeah, just message me on what I need to do to return it or to you or whatever, or however you want me to do it. Because I don't know if you want to exchange it for a different one or if you just want me to mail it to you or whatever you want to do. I really appreciate the thought a lot, though. It shows how much you you pay attention to what I'm into, the fact that you got the same exact thing that my sister got me. Oh, you can never have too much cool stuff. You just got to figure out how to display it. Cool stuff is awesome. That is a good point, Ralph. I might do that actually. Because I could put one on each set. I could have one here for um the live streams and then put one over on the set. Because this used to be on the set, but I had to move it because I wanted to display it over here. Yeah, the boogeyman is awesome. He's the man. He's the boogie man. Seriously, you always have great gifts, dude. I really appreciate him. I don't understand what that means, though. The note did say that. It's say my wife's books are smaller day. I don't know what smaller day means. My wife's books are smaller day. I'm probably just forgetting something we talked about, dude. Like I don't. My memory sucks a lot of times. It's the diabetic brain. Yes, he does. He's a good dude. He definitely has a big old heart. Dude, I loved Curse films. I really hope they come out with a third season this year. The same with the best horror scenes or whatever. Like Shudder's uh documentary or series, whatever you want to call them, like that, are the best. They're so fun. Like I love those type of series so much, but the Curse films was like definitely one of my absolute favorites. Like Rebecca McKendry was on there talking. Like for those of you that don't know, she's one of the most educated horror writers, filmmakers there is. She teaches at USC, and she also has a podcast. It's called Colors of the Dark, and she's just incredible. And she even talks on there, like it's like a bunch of really respected people talking that documentary. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna rewatch that. Thanks for mentioning Curse films. I loved it that much. I think I'm gonna rewatch it. It's really that good. Like, if you ever seen the Curse films, it's so fascinating and creepy. What do you mean? Okay, I'm so confused. The boogeyman. It does say. It does say my wife's books are smaller day. I don't know what that means though. What does smaller day mean? You said autocorrect, but literally the note says the exact same thing you wrote here, but I still don't understand. Boobs? My wife's it's supposed to say my wife's boobs are smaller day? Yeah, I guess not, Leslie. I thought one of these was from you, but no, this is unless let me go ask my sister. Leah, did you bring home a package for me? Did you bring home another package today? Oh, they're supposed to be. That's fine. I just make. Yeah, it don't matter. It'll get open next week. I just was in the middle of opening, and Leslie said there was supposed to be something from her. Yeah, Leslie, yours didn't come yet. I'm so fucking confused now. Because Buggy said boobs. Oh, that was her surgery. Okay, now okay. You never said that she was getting a reduction. Okay, now I follow. So any of you guys got big plans for Friday night? All right, so let's do some Q&A. Who's got some good questions for me? Let's get this rocking. I'm done opening the packages. And so I'm here to answer all your questions. They could be movie related or related to anything you could think of. I don't care. Damn, dude, size K. No wonder why she got a reduction. Her back must have been just killing her. Did the? Well, I mean, I'm guessing the surgery went well, so that's good. Nope, you don't have any questions, Leslie. Thanks. Just let me sit here and try to figure out what to talk. Oh, that's awesome. What kind of dog are you adopting, Joe? Yeah, I think after this live, I'm gonna go eat probably some like In-N-Out burger and then go to Walmart and I just got paid today, so probably go to Walmart and get like toothpaste and stuff like that. Hopefully find some more cool $8 t-shirts. But I also got to figure out an Airbnb situation where I'm gonna go. Try to find some affordable so I can afford to stay because I really want to stay for like 2 nights. Because the thing is, the Halloween 3 locations are down there, but in roughly the same area is the Salem's Lot filming locations. So while I'm down there, I was thinking about popping in some of those too if I have time. So that's even more reason why I think it would be cool to stay 2 nights. So hopefully I can afford it because you guys sent me money, a few weeks back for this, but it's just like barely enough. Uh, I think I honestly don't know. I've never had Whataburger. I've always wanted to try them though, but I've never really done any traveling. So, but yeah, so hopefully I can afford to stay like 2 nights down there. That's the plan. But I haven't booked my Airbnb yet. Yeah, more location conveys the shit. Where are you going again? It's down in the Bay Area. It's hold on, where's my phone? Here, I'll tell you the exact cities. If my phone will cooperate. So it's like in the Eureka area. So it's like about a 6 hour drive for me from where I live. But Ferndale, California. Here, actually, I'll show you guys. Hold on. So this is where I'm going, Ferndale. And So this factory right here is my main goal of where I want. That's my main goal. What I want to see where I'm there. But my friend Boogeyman Ben, who has a YouTube channel, Boogeyman Ben, he gave me a list of all these different locations down there that anyway, all these different film like locations where they did filming. Because I believe there's like the hotel there. So there's this little gas station here, which I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that okay? Can you guys see what I'm showing you? No, that's what I'm saying, Eric. I want to try to go to the Salem's Lot locations while I'm down there too, because they're roughly in the same area. I think it's like a 20-minute drive from Ferndale. So that's why my goal is to try to stay 2 nights down there. But it really just comes down to if I can afford a second Airbnb night, because I definitely have enough for the gas. And it doesn't matter if I stay 1 or 2 days, it's still the same amount in gas. And then food, it's not going to cost me that much to eat. So it's really just about making sure I have enough for the Airbnb. But, I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling financially. So, but I'm doing everything I can to, like, this is important to me. I want to film some down there and share some lives with you guys while I'm down there. But I just really need to go somewhere and do something and just, more than just being stuck in this apartment. Yeah. But anyway, so there's the downtown, and then there's the hotel, I believe, right here. So this hotel, I believe, is still there, which I don't know if you could stay there, because if I can stay there, that would be amazing. I don't think you could stay there, though. But I'm not sure why. It's like Santa Maria is what it's called. But yeah, see, this is the hotel. You can always hit one of us all-time supporters up for some emergency cash if you come to where you were there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't like asking for shit. Like, that just feels weird and uncomfortable. Like, I just love you guys and appreciate all you guys for just hanging out with me on these lives and watching my videos. Like, you guys are the core. You guys are, the people that are diehard with me. And, if you have money you can afford to share and help support the channel, like I always say in all my videos, like, that's huge. I appreciate it, but I don't like to ask for it. That's just weird. So, but that's what the the PayPal and the Venmo links right over here, right over there. That's what those are for. So, Leslie, you're always sending me money. Like, you're amazing. You don't need to, like, I appreciate you so much. But, like, I feel bad. I'm not trying to ask you guys for anything. I'm just kind of trying to be honest. Like, it's a weird thing because it's like, I just want to be like upfront and just talk normal to you guys. Like, I'm not good at being someone I'm not, but at the same time, I don't want to come off like I'm asking for anything or like you guys need to do anything or, like, I just really want to make this trip happen. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and I want to share it with you guys. I just think it would be really cool. Like, I don't know. I'm just really excited about checking this place out. And I don't know what all is going to happen. I don't know. Yeah, but that's the thing I'm excited about. It's like an adventure. I've never done this with the channel. This is the first time where I've gone on like a road trip, like a work slash, vacationy road trip for the channel. Like, see what we can find, see what we can learn, discover, see. What anime, Serena, what anime were you looking for? I know, Leslie, and I super, super appreciate it. Exactly. Road trip. Thank you so much, Eric. Have a great night. Well, I really appreciate that, Brian. It really, really means a lot to get you guys' support. Oh, Perfect Blue. I still need to watch that. I thought I had seen it, but I don't think I have, or I know I haven't seen it. I thought I had, but then when I saw a little bit of it uh, on the last drive-in, I realized, oh shit, I haven't seen this, so I need to pay attention to it. So I turned it off, and now when I get a chance this weekend, possibly or sometime soon, I want to watch that episode of the last of the last, of the last drive-in. But I've never heard of Paprika. I feel like you talked to me about Paprika though. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in like the last live stream that you wanted to try to send them to me. Well, I'm glad you're here, Rune Lady. Man, runes are so fascinating. Like the Viking runes and stuff. Like the history and legend and lore behind them stuff is so cool. I love history stuff. That's why I really dug the shit out of Oppenheimer. I mean, it's not ancient history or nothing, but it's still history. And dude, it was so fucking good. I wish they had went a little harder as far as like showing the ramifications of the bomb dropping and stuff. But hey, welcome to the crew, Runa Lady. I just got off work. Tree went through my sunroof. What? So I'm dealing with the glass. Dude, just checking in to say hello, a friend, and to appreciate your reviews. Well, I hope your day gets better. Feels bad, man. That sucks, dude. Just remember what old Jack Burton on the Pork Chop Express says. On a dark, stormy night. Oh, all right. What? You're losing me, Brian. Have you been drinking? I don't know what he says. Jack Burton. I don't follow what you're saying, dude. I'm sure it's a movie quote, but I'm totally blanking on what it is. It's from the same director, Sashimi Kon. Paprika is basically the anime version of Inception. Oh shit, that sounds cool. Don't look far into the name. It was a nickname from Ultima Online. Yeah, I mean, most people just have like nicknames from, like I had like my, I don't even really use it anymore, but for the longest time I had an email that was Life Pain, LIFEPAIN, and people were just like, "What the fuck? Are you depressed?" Blah blah. But it was like something that like I started when I was like 16. That's what's kind of fun about handles. Luckily, with YouTube channels, you can change your name once you reach a certain amount of subscribers. Otherwise, mine would have been, I don't even remember what it was anymore, actually. Before it was Ghost Pirate, but it was something dumb. Have you ever heard of a vampire movie called Last Platoon? Sounds intriguing, though. Do you know where I could stream it? Man, my internet connection is so slow, so low. I think it's the heat. It somehow seems like when it's really, really hot, the internet connection just seems to be worse. Am I choppy or can you guys hear and see me okay? Oh, fucking, it's raining too, dude? Jesus. Being pelted with hail and rain while driving was a whole new adventure. At least Detroit has nice weather this week. Fuck, dude. You at least have a garage to park your car in? Or did you put a tarp over it or something? One of my favorite Carpenter movies. Which one? Boogeyman, which Carpenter movie are you talking about? Oh, Big Trouble in Little China? Yeah, me too. That's definitely one of my favorites. It's so good, and it's such a shame. Thank you, Leslie. It's such a shame that it doesn't get the credit it deserves. Like, that movie is so colorful and spectacular and fun. Question. So here we go. Questions. That's what we're here for, guys. Give me some crazy, weird questions. Let's get this rolling. Were you able to see the link for the pic of Jackson, the senator's dog I am adopting Sunday? No. I use a secondary like a go-between to do these lives. I'm using StreamYard, and it doesn't show any pictures or things like that. So post that over in Discord, Brian. Or no, it wasn't Brian. Who said that? It was Joe. Yeah, Joe. Post that over in Discord. That's what's great about the Discord is that we can share pictures, whatever, anytime, any day, and then we can see them and get back to each other whenever we get a chance. Like, it's just always up. So that's why I really want to start using Discord more. So it's like these live conversations kind of never end over there for the core, for the people that really give a shit. Kind of like the movie club night guys. Every single Monday night, I'm doing a movie night. So we'll see about this week. I may not be able to do it because I'm going to be on the road and I already got a lot to think about with equipment and stuff. So we'll see. I may figure out a way. I'm not sure though. Hey, bro, can you fix the screen? You're a tiny. What? Oh, yeah. I always forget that I'm to switch back when I'm done showing things. Question. What do you consider to be the holy grail for horror memorabilia? I think it's different for everybody, right? Like what the holy grail for them would be. But I think for the holy grail for me would be Freddy's glove. Like Freddy's glove from the first Friday the 13th. Either that or the first knife that was used in Halloween. Like one of those two items. Or anything Phantasm from the original Phantasm. Like literally anything for me personally from the original Phantasm, like an actual screen used item, any fucking thing from that movie. It could be the Red Rabbit packets or the matches, the Matchbox, the Red Rabbit match, or that's from Halloween. What is it from? I feel like there's a match. Yeah, anything. But yeah, anything from from Phantasm would be, but I don't know, like it's just I'm not trying to be like the world's biggest collector either. I just love everything. Like I honestly love every single thing you guys are sending me like it's a holy grail item because it's just so much fun and that's what's it's so important to me about all of it, and the hunt. Like I love the hunt of finding stuff. Like if I just had a bunch of money and just buy whatever, it's cool, but that wouldn't be like a big deal. It wouldn't last a long time. It's like what lasts a long time for me is what makes it worth it is the feeling and the experience. Let's see. Going to watch. Want to watch Cobwebs, but I forgot to be clicking on the questions. I'm responding. I want to watch Cobwebs, but I haven't been able to find a place playing it yet, and it's not streaming. It's only available in limited theaters. But I'm going down to the Bay Area this week, and so when I'm down there, if I'm able to find a place, maybe somewhere that is playing it, and I'm able to check it out, I definitely will. But I was able to see Talk to Me, and my review of Talk to Me goes up in the morning, and you are definitely going to want to watch this video. Question: do you consider to be the Holy Grail? Okay, I already answered that one. Yeah, I'm excited to see Cobwebs as well. Like, I've heard good things about it, although I've heard some negative things about it. But the things that I've heard that are good are like, it definitely sounds like it's my jam. It's my, excuse me, my type of movie. Which one are you talking about? Cobwebs? I think Cobwebs is just, it's going to be not for everyone, because I've heard it's like a really psycho, like insane version of like a nursery rhyme or fairy tale. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I agree. The real Hellraiser box, like I have the one that Amanda sent me on the set, and just that is so exciting. But to have the actual original, that would be a fucking holy grail. Yeah, movie nights are a lot of fun. So I hope more of you start joining in. We're going through all the John Carpenter movies. So this week we're doing Attack on Precinct 13. Last week we did his first movie, and I already forgot the name of it. What was it? Dark Star. And it was not great, but it was still a lot of fun because we were just all shooting shit and hanging out. Question: what is your stranded on an island horror movie? So it's one that I can watch over and over and over and over. And there's a couple movies like that I've already that I watch over and over and over and over. Phantasm, which we watched on the movie night a couple weeks ago. Let's see. The Fog is another one that I can watch over and over and over and over. Another one is Salem's Lot, the TV series, the 70s series. I can watch that over and over and over. And then the last one, or no, two more I'll mention, and that is The Mummy, the original black and white The Mummy, and the original black and white The Wolfman. I can actually Creature in the Black Lagoon could be up there too. But those are all movies that I've watched countless times. I mean, I've gone to sleep watching those movies hundreds of times, legitimately, like not exaggerating. All right, question: love love you dressed in Halloween? I dressed on Freddy once. Yeah, I dress up, or have you dressed in Halloween? I dress up definitely every Halloween season. If you go back and watch the videos that I've put out in October, I always wear costumes and do mask or makeup or whatever. And I can't wait. I start doing that in September. So all of September's videos and all of October's videos, I'll have some form of costume going on, and the set will be lit different, and put a few different Halloween items out that are only out for the Halloween season. Yeah, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, and it's the only one I really, really celebrate on the channel. I do a little bit of Christmas stuff, but just those two. I don't really do much any other holidays. So let's see. Question: I would have thought you would say the spider head from The Thing. Yeah, that's pretty fucking amazing. But it would, the other ones would still be above that. Although that spider head is amazing. Um, Adam Savage from Mythbusters, he has an exact replica of it that was made like straight from the original. And he's seen the original even. and it looks so cool. He's got it hanging from the ceiling. I've always thought it would be badass to get one of those. The problem with that is it's so large. Like it's actually a lot bigger than people realize. And so as much as things like that are just so sick, unless I had a huge place to but I don't know if that would ever be my thing to oh my god, the 4-barrel shotgun replica, that would be dope as fuck. Good call. Oh hell yeah. Thank you so much, Rune Lady. Let's see. Your vampire list was spot on. The Lost Boys and Near Dark are two of my favorites. Yeah, mine too. I love those movies. They are just amazing. They really are like as good as you can get when it comes to vampire movies, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. It's cool with your collecting. You are a lot like me. I don't collect a ton of stuff, but the little bit that I do collect makes me smile like a young boy. Exactly. And but it has to like the meaning of it and the story behind it and whatnot is like as important or probably even more. All right, Leslie, have a good night. Get some rest. Oh, it's all good. When I come across it, I'll definitely check it out. I never go into anything with expectations, really. I kind of just watch everything and let it be what it's going to be. It's something I try hard to get across to everybody that watches the channel, but it's also something that I try to personally do. I found I enjoy movies a lot more when I can do that and just enjoy it for what it is. All right, question. While the Wolverine movie Logan wasn't horror, did you like it? I have still never seen Logan. I really want to watch it. It's just it's hard when I don't have like a reason to watch it, and then it's like if I'm because for me it's like either junk food TV that I'm just really not thinking about, or it's horror. Like I've been doing this for like a long time. It's like I've only had the channel really for like 3 years, but even before that, I was really focused on horror primarily, and so I just never really put much interest in other genres. Whereas at least now, because of editing at the drive-ins, I'm seeing basically everything that comes out, even if it's not horror. But yeah, it's hard for me to go back and watch a lot of the movies I've missed because I just don't have time. But that is one movie I think I will check out, especially the new Deadpool coming out next year, I believe, and it's gonna have what's his name playing Wolverine again, Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine again in it. I think I probably will go back and watch that one. I don't think it's gonna have anything to. I don't think in any way it's going to pertain to Deadpool, but just so that I have a completionist kind of thing, so I know I've seen both. I really want to play video games. I have an old Xbox One, but honestly, I just don't have the money, and I don't honestly know a lot of like what games to play. The only one I ever play is Fallout. I play the Fallout games quite a bit. I was playing Fallout 76 online for quite a while, but I haven't played games much at all in a while. Hopefully soon on the channel, I'll be able to afford to get a new Xbox, and then I want to start playing some horror games online and doing some, maybe go over to one of the streaming platforms or just do them from here. I'm not sure, but I've thought a lot about that. It's one of the things I want to possibly experiment into the future, but we'll see. Movie nights are every Monday night over on Discord at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that would be 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And it's every single Monday, and it's over at Discord. So, but Discord's a great place too because we can just hang out and like have these chats all the time. And I generally respond at least as much as I can during the week over on Discord as well. It's just a great place to always be in communication with each other. Discord is just another app. It's kind of unique because in a way it's just a constant chat stream, kind of like this, but without me on it, but it's just like a chat stream where you can just chat all the time to each other. But there's also little rooms in there where you can share your screen if you're the moderator. Like it's my Discord channel, so I can share movie nights, and like I can play a movie, everybody can watch the movie, and then I'm also on the screen, like in the a corner or whatnot, so you can see me and I can kind of talk about it, give my thoughts about the movie. But for the most part, we're just hanging out watching the movie, and everybody's kind of talking in a chat as the movie's going, and we're just talking about it. It's just fun, and it's free. So yeah, it's every Monday. Yeah, I can't wait till we get to Prince of Darkness, because I haven't watched that movie in a couple years, and it's honestly one of my favorite John Carpenter's. And right now we're going through all the John Carpenter movies over on the Discord. So every Monday night we're watching another John Carpenter movie and going in chronological order. And we've only watched one so far. We watched his first movie last week, Dark Star, and now this week we're watching Attack on Precinct 13. And then we're going to skip Halloween because I'm going to hold Halloween until October, and then we'll watch Halloween in October. We'll watch maybe Halloween 1 and 2, probably, because they're the only two that we're only going to do his ones that he's wrote or directed or both or whatever. We're not going to do the ones where he just did a score on, because I don't think, unless you guys think we should, but that wasn't really the plan. Keep the questions coming. I really enjoy when I have questions to respond to. What is part of the job of making new videos that you enjoy, and why? I really have gotten to where I enjoy like the whole process of it, but the best feeling part, and I'm not going to lie, is when I put a video out like I did today and it does really well right away, because then a lot of the stress of, is it going to do good enough, goes away. And also that feeling of that I did a good job that week. It's this huge feeling of reward, but it also is the thing that sucks the most, is when, like, on Monday I put a video out and like nobody's watched it. It was my best sci-fi horror movies of all time, and it just flopped. It just did so bad. And I talked to a few people about it, like Leslie. I talked to Leslie a little bit about it. I was struggling. And I was asking advice from a few people, like what they think, like which thumbnails, like my sister and just a few people. But anyway, and it's just as hard. But I love that part. But I honestly love there's literally something about every single part of the process that I love, and a part of it that I hate. So it's like, it starts with putting a list together, which is like what I'm working on right now for next Friday's video. I'm putting the list together. It's just about complete. I'm watching one more movie for it. And then, and it's going to be just a sneak peek. Most people don't know what the week coming out video is going to be, but it's going to be my top 10 horror movies of 2023 so far. So there's like some movies I haven't seen yet, like Cobwebs, I haven't seen yet, but from the ones I have seen, I'm going to do like a halfway point, like my top 10 horror movies of this year so far. And so I'm watching one more. I'm in the middle of it right now. I'm watching Malum, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make the list because it's really, really good. I'm most of the way through it. But anyway, so there's parts of that I enjoy, but then there's also part of it that's a grind where like this list fell together no problem, because I'd already seen a lot of the movies and I knew what I wanted to put. But sometimes it'll be just like one movie left, and I need one good movie that brings the whole list together, and something that, I really need a good one. And I'm like running out of time, and it starts to get stressful. It's like that'll be frustrating. But then getting to watch the movies and finding a hidden gem, something that I didn't know about, like that is so much fun and so exciting. So, it's like anything, right? There's always good and bad. There's nothing, I don't know. There's nothing I hate really though about doing this. It's all part of like the journey, if that makes sense. But it's like anything, it's still a job for me. Hell yeah, Krampus and A Christmas Horror Story. Those are both two Christmas horror movies that are must watch. Question: Not The Thing. Watch nonstop. No. As much as I love The Thing, it's a movie that's very much built on suspense and not knowing what's going to happen. So even though I've rewatched it numerous times and it's always amazing because you can, like, even if you know what's going to happen, there's still amazing special effects and this and that. And it's a great movie. I'm just saying, as far as my top, because for me, it's a comfort movie. I'm not talking about my favorite movie to watch. It's just more of what is a comfort movie. Like if I'm on an island and I have to pick one movie, it's going to be a comfort food, like something that I can just watch and it makes me feel happy and at peace. And like I said, it's movies that I go to sleep at night. But that's what I think of if I'm stuck with just one movie forever kind of thing. That's what I think of. But if I'm talking about like the best movie, then that's a different question. What's up, Bell Train? Marco's jacket from the Lost Boys. Holy shit. What's his name? He just bought like all like 3 of the screen used jackets from Lost Boys, and he had it on his channel. And I met him actually at Sinister Creature Con. His name's Sean. I forget his last name, but he's got a decent sized YouTube channel. But his main gig is he is a manager, manages a bunch of actors and stuff. But yeah, he just bought like the 3 jackets. Like, that's just so wild. Like that would be amazing to get. I agree. Question: Have you seen April Fools? Yes, April Fools is just a legend. It's such a classic. It's so fun, especially if you've never seen it. That movie's amazing. It's one of those movies that once you've seen it, it's still fun, but definitely not the same. Make sure you put question in the beginning of your comment if you have a question. All right. Next question from Wicked Wolf. Where is a link or an invite to the Discord? Can someone post a link to the Discord, please? Let's see if I can get it. I always struggle trying to do this. So hold on. I'm going to try something real quick. All right. This is the Discord. Let me see if I can find. I never know the exact. Like it's Ghost Pirate Entertainment, but when you search on Discord, I don't think it comes up. So I always struggle to figure out. All right, I think this works. Here, I'm going to post this. Let me know if this works to get into the Discord, guys. Let me know if that invite works to join the Discord. You recommended a Bigfoot movie in your horror top 10s. Would you consider a top 10 Bigfoot? My lists are not top tens, just as an FYI. I don't ever consider those to be like the best movies on the streaming service at that moment because I've already talked about a lot of the other ones that are better at one point or another. They're always just recommendation lists. Every week, think of it as like a TV guide. So it's just like, what is there that you haven't seen possibly? And these are 10 movies I recommend on that streaming platform. Then I do other videos that are top tens, and those are me ranking what I consider to be the best of that subgenre. I don't think there is, like, actually, I know for a fact there's not 10 really good Bigfoot movies. There's just not. I don't understand why there hasn't been more really good Bigfoot movies. It doesn't make a lot of sense because it feels like it's a no-brainer that you could easily do a really great movie to do with Bigfoot, like a Sasquatch thing, and they just really never do. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a couple, but Exist, the one I just recommended on Tubi, it honestly is maybe the best one. It's one of the best, if not the best. Monstrous was pretty good as well. But there's like really just not that many good Bigfoot movies. Later, Phil's bad man. Hopefully everything feels better. Will you be playing The Last of Us once you get a new Xbox? That's the plan. That's one of the games. I've never played it, and I really want to try it. Like, I've never played almost any of the horror games. So, like, since back in the day, like original Xbox era, original PlayStation era. I mean, maybe not quite that far back, but pretty far. Hopefully that link to Discord worked. I just watched both. Question. Would you like a digital copy of the remastered soundtrack to The Thing? Yeah. That would be dope, actually. If you want to send me that over in Discord or email it, kananbecker@yahoo.com. Yeah, I'd definitely like to check that out. Is there a Patreon to join to get Discord access? Discord's free. But Patreon helps me out a ton as well. And it's Ghost Pirate Entertainment over on Patreon. But Discord's free. You don't have to pay anything. That invite I put in the links, hopefully it works. That's free. There is no cost for Discord. There's no cost for movie nights. Sometimes I do exclusive only movie nights and things like that. And then you have to be a patron to be a part of those. But most of the stuff is just free. Like, there's no cost for Discord. Yeah, I've gotten to it with a lot of people. I did a full review of Nefarious, and like a lot of people took it as I was like totally trashing the movie, and I wasn't. I just didn't think it was original. I thought it was just kind of all right, whatever. It's not horrible, but I had some issues with it. I talked about some of the issues I had with it, but my big issue was just that it was preachy. I don't care that it was religious at all. I mean, like, some of my favorite movies are religious. I mean, The Exorcist, like, there's tons and tons of exorcism movies or Christian horror movies that are fucking amazing. I just thought it was just an okay movie that was very, very preachy and very, very like right wing. I don't know, I mean, anti-left. I don't know if I'd say anti-left as much as it was just like, yeah, it was mostly just really preachy. I mean, yes, it was more right wing, I guess, but it just felt real preachy and like they're just shoving their agenda down your throat. Because really what it comes down to is, I don't care what your message is, but if you're making a movie where the message is more important than the storytelling, than the entertainment, then it's more, then it's a documentary, right? Just go full-blown documentary. But my big issue with it, and what I said in my review, is how it was marketed. It was marketed straight up as a horror movie. It was marketed as a trailer was played during horror movies. I mean, when I saw Evil Dead Rise, there was a trailer for Nefarious. So there, it was, the poster was straight up horror intended, everything about their marketing was directed at horror and mainstream audience. And then even the filmmakers came out and said that they were just trying to trick people into seeing this to hopefully save them. It's like, I don't go to a movie to be saved. You know, treat me like an adult, give me free will, allow me the choice. If I want to go to hell and burn, or you know, whatever, that's my decision. Okay. Like, I just hate that. Like, this holier than thou, that I'm the only one that has the right answers to the universe and to what you should do with your life and blah blah blah. It's bullshit. And so that bothered me, and that's what I was bothered by the movie. It wasn't that it was a horrible movie, it's just I'm not a fan of those things. I think scariest. Yeah, the scariest games I've ever played have been Silent Hill, but I haven't played any fairly newer Silent Hill or Resident Evil or any of those. I haven't played them. Like, I played Silent Hill. The last time I played it was on let's see, it would have been PlayStation 2. Make sure if you have a question, you put question in the comment, please. Okay, what is your favorite movie using practical effects? The Thing. Definitely. It's definitely The Thing. Although The Blob, which I just talked about in my video I put out on Monday, my favorite sci-fi horror movies, is up there. I think a lot of people don't realize how good the practical effects in The Blob are, but they're really that good. But it's got to be The Thing. I don't think anything has ever touched the practical effects yet that The Thing did. Like, for the time and budget and everything, it's just incredible. What is it about Nefarious that you didn't like? The fact that it's clearly Christian. Okay, I already. Why is that in here again? Say, question, ever considered doing top 10s from 50, 60, 70? Yes, I definitely have. The problem with a lot of these is, like my video I put out on Monday, my top 10s don't do well. The only ones that do well are the ones that are connected to streaming services. So if I do, you know, top 10 werewolf, top 10 vampire, those did good. But every other top 10 I've done they've done horrible. And I still put the same amount of work into those, and yet I get like 5,000 views, which is cool. It still like means a lot to me, but when I get 30,000 or more from Prime and Netflix and Tubi, you know, it's those are what make this channel grow, and what is getting the word out about the channel, which in return is how I'm able to pay the bills. And I'm literally like, me and my sister are barely struggling to hang on to our apartment. Like, I mean, really, like, it's tough. And like, because of my foot, I can't do any other side gigs, but it's cool. Like, I love what I'm doing. I love this. But my point is, yes, I want to make more top 10s. I'd love to make a 50s, 60s, 70s. I want to make a list of everything we could think of. But unfortunately, I need the channel to get bigger first and to get more traction so that even those videos do okay. Because right now, it's like feast or famine. It's like my regular reviews or my best of top 10s compared to the streaming service top 10s. It's literally night and day. And yet it takes the same amount of energy from me, the same research, the same editing, like all of the same stuff. What's up, Eric Joe? Salute to you, Mayhem. All right, good. It works. Sweet. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you so much, LAFC Beast. Let's see. He's always dropping me trailers for all these great movies. I still need to get a chance to watch the most recent trailer you sent me. All right. Best horror movie, scare soundtrack, in your opinion? I don't know what I love music, but the best are the ones, honestly, that kind of just go with the movie. So it's hard to even remember them, in my opinion, because there's so much of like just so integrated into the movie. But one of the ones that really jumps to mind, besides John Carpenter's. I love his style of soundtrack. So really, you could pick any of the Halloweens or like his most not most recent, but Halloween 2018 was magnificent. But the one that really jumped into mind was Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I forget who did that one, but that one, there are so many scenes that are just so like magnificent with that soundtrack. It's just huge and like orchestra. It's just, yeah, you just feel it. So, what movies had you so freaked out that you were scared to sleep? It's got to go back a long time because I haven't been scared from any movies that made me feel that way in probably 20, 30 years, 25, 30 years. Okay, not 30 years, but like 25 years, or at least 20. Pet Cemetery, which is the one I always talk to people about, is like my first legit horror movie watching by myself. That definitely fucked me up. And I was like staying with my aunt. And so I'm out of town down in San Diego, away from my family for like the first time. I flew down there by myself. I was like, 15, 16. And so I watched this movie by myself in the guest bedroom, and like I was so scared and in a weird bed in a weird place I'd never been. It was awesome, but it was terrifying at the same time. But I loved it, and it made me fall in love with horror. Yeah, Fresh is incredible. Fresh was in my top 10 of last year. It's seriously just amazing. Not enough people talk about it. Hell yeah. Thank you, Julie. Just dropping money at me, not even asking a question. Thank you. Yeah, Sebastian Stan, but just both of them in that movie. It's a fun movie, but dark and fucked up and twisted. Like I absolutely loved it. I love that tone of a movie. Kanan, I will take care of it tonight. Good, sir. I don't know what you're taking care of. I don't know what you're talking about, dude, but maybe the dog picture? Okay. Question. What did you think about Fresh? I did a review of Fresh, and it's also in my top 10 of 2022 video that I put out last December. So definitely go check that out. But I loved it. I think Fresh is incredible. But I've talked about Fresh a number of times on the channel. Yeah, I did a whole review of Clock as well. That's on the channel. Like a lot of people don't realize that I do regular reviews because YouTube doesn't recommend them as much as they do the streaming service ones. But I've reviewed pretty much every horror movie that's been in theaters the last couple years. So definitely, if you want to hear me talk about any movie that was in theaters or had buzz, I probably did a review on it. Question. Love me Bigfoot. Wish there were more non-campy choices. Exactly. Definitely going to cover Meg 2. I don't really think it's horror, but I don't care. It's close enough. It's a creature feature. I'm so excited about that. It looks like they're leaning even more into the campy, silly quality of it. I think it's going to be a perfect summer silly movie. I'm really looking forward to that one. Question. Is the Chrome Skull behind you? No. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I would love to have a Chrome Skull mask, though. Oh no, it's like this creepy pumpkin. I just love the design of it. And it was like, I don't know, is that like a discount bin at Spirit a couple years ago for like a few bucks? They had like a little tear in the back or something. I don't even know, but it was like after Halloween. And I just love the look of it. It's just, I don't even know what it's from. It's not from anything as far as I know. It's just a creepy Halloween mask, but I just like the look of it. But I would love a Chrome Skull mask. He's such an underrated, like one of the best masked villains, period. But the movies aren't the greatest, so nobody really knows about him. Let's donate to Ghost Pirate Entertainment to get this man a PlayStation 5. That would be amazing, but yeah, they're pretty expensive. Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I just got confused for a second because I thought I said that. Question: if you could have any game console to start playing again, what would it be? Well, Xbox is what I'm familiar with because it's what I've always played, but I just don't know enough about games. So honestly, either one, I would be excited and stoked to start playing because they both have amazing games. And I'd have to kind of learn. I mean, Xbox, I'm still fairly comfortable with the remote. That's it. But uh, whichever one has better games would probably be the one I'd go with. I don't know enough about it. I just think I would like to get involved in that world more, especially with being a horror channel. I think that would be a fun direction to take the channel. I have never seen Harbinger down. The Harbinger was a great movie, but I feel like I've seen that on Tubi and have never watched it though. What's up, Cammy Q? Streaming has a much wider audience now versus older media. Beyond the streaming platform, perhaps finding old content that is streaming in those platforms so they tie in. Yeah, I mean, I always cover. It's just none. The thing is, none of the streaming platforms have enough of that one era to make a list just on that era, if that makes sense. Otherwise, I would. I've tried that, but what I found works the best is when it's a variety. So I got stuff that's a classic, stuff that's like 80s classics, and then stuff that's like newer and stuff that's new. And just mixing up that variety seems to be the best that helps out everybody and does the best on the channel. And like I'm good with that. I just would like to include more of that as well, but I'll figure it out. And like eventually there won't be as huge of a chasm between the videos. It'll be like, maybe these are 30,000, but these are still like 15 to 20 instead of, barely making it to 5. And these are like at 30. That's a huge loss for the same amount of work. So did you watch the teaser trailer for? No, I have not. And is that an anime? It's anime, right? The Godzilla -1. I'm not a big anime guy, but isn't that the one that's on Netflix? I remember hearing people talk about it. Hey, KDF. Oh, nice. Thank you, Joe. The Thing soundtrack. Hell yeah. I'm glad you made it in. Great to have you. Have you seen Monstrous? Yeah, it was. I put it on a video a while back. It's another low budget, it's another low budget Bigfoot movie, but I think it's really good too. It's much more focused kind of on like this drama side of the thing that's going on with these characters, not so much about the Bigfoot, but I liked how they tied in the Bigfoot. Have you ever done a list where a female was the surprise killer? I don't think there's enough to make a whole entire 10 like top 10 list of just female killers, like surprise killers. I would like to make like a top 10 female villain list. I think that would be a fun one. I got a ton of lists though. Like you guys don't understand how many lists I have that I have to put out eventually. So no, because they don't make enough Pumpkinhead memorabilia, but I would love to have anything Pumpkinhead. I adore Pumpkinhead. He is like one of my all-time favorite creatures. Like I love him. People that say he's just simply a xenomorph, I'm like, you guys don't get it. I love that creature. Question: what's your opinion on extreme horror? For instance, Silo, Guinea Pig series, Martyrs, Inside, Eden Lake. Man, some of them. Here's my thing: if it's extreme to just simply shock you and be dark, I'm not a fan of that. But when it's extreme, but it very much goes with what it's trying to do, like Martyrs and Inside, or even Eden Lake, I'm a fan of that. those movies because they're just great movies. But it's not the extreme part that I'm a fan of. Like, I'm not just trying to watch gore and brutality and women being raped and beaten and killed, whatever. I'm not just trying to watch that. Like, I don't have like, I'm not into sadomasochistic stuff. It's just not my thing. But if it serves the story and it's part of what it's trying to do and say, then I'm all for it and I'm fine with it. So, it's just like any other movie, right? It's about the movie and about what it's trying to say. And if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. It doesn't matter of what genre or subgenre it's in. Question: has there been a gore film that you felt was not enjoyable, or you felt was overboard, or a scene in a flick? No, not really. I mean, um, probably. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of shitty movies out there. So like, it isn't about the gore or the gore being too much to ruin a movie or whatever. It's like I was just saying, it's more about just not being a good movie. Like I said, it's kind of like what happened in Human Centipede. What was it, 2, I think, where it's just like it's just trying to shock you. There's a point where that movie is just trying to shock you. It's not trying to make a good movie anymore. Like I really enjoyed the first Human Centipede, even though it had some really awful shit. I didn't care how extreme it went because it was a really good movie and it was fun and it had a unique twist and did unique things. And so it was about the movie. It didn't matter what's in it. It's about the movie. And yeah, so I feel like hopefully I come across what I was trying to say. How do you feel about them remaking The Exorcist? They're not remaking it. They're doing what they did with the most recent Halloweens. So this new Exorcist is going to be a sequel to the original Exorcist. So it has some of the original actors. It is just carrying on that story. And I don't really expect it to be any good, to be honest, because I'm not a huge fan of what David Gordon Green did with the Halloween. Like I really liked Halloween 2018, but after that, I felt like they started losing the script and it just started, falling off. And especially by Halloween Ends, I really didn't like what they did. So I'm not expecting it to be amazing. I'm definitely still going to watch it and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with it, but I just don't expect much from it, if that makes sense. It's kind of how I feel about all remakes and sequels and whatnot. I don't expect them to be any good. I'm just like, I'm going to give them a chance and kind of go in with an open mind, but I don't expect them to be that great. Yeah, they did the remake in Turkey. That'll be fun. I'm not a real Godzilla person. It's just such a like huge, vast area that I've just never tried to get into because it's like a lot of things you kind of got to pick your lanes. And like once you pick your lanes, trying to add other things, it just gets overwhelming and you can't, it's like one of those you can never really be fully aware of a subject if you try to go with too many things and spread out too far. Do you think your sister would join you one day? She sounds supportive. No, she's not like on camera kind of thing. But she's very supportive behind the scenes. You meant to say they already did. Yeah, it's fully in the bag. It's edited, done, and that's why I've heard a few people that have actually seen it, and that's why I'm kind of not really expecting much from it. I keep forgetting to say question, but have you seen Willow Creek? Yes, that movie is actually really good. It is one of the best Bigfoot movies. The only issue with Willow Creek is it's really fucking slow for a lot of it. Like there's long stretches where like nothing really happens. But once it gets fucking creepy and the way they build up the dread and suspense in it, it's really worth seeing. I've recommended it a couple times. It's on Prime usually. If you go over to Amazon Prime, you'll probably find it over there. Okay, I buy a lot of those big box horror DVD sets. Tons of crap with maybe 3 or 4 gems. I thought I don't answer the phone was a surprisingly good one. Yeah, like those ones from Walmart bins. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. Don't answer the phone. I don't ever heard of it either. I don't think. Question: wasn't Exorcist 3 with George C. Scott supposed to be the sequel to Exorcist? Yes, basically. But they're doing the same thing. They're throwing out 2 and 3 and just making this a direct sequel to the original. Exactly what Halloween did in 2018. Which is kind of a shame because I feel like if you're going to make a sequel, it would have been cool to take and make a sequel of Halloween 3, especially because it would have given Halloween 3 some more focus like it deserves, because that movie is fucking incredible. And I've argued forever that Exorcist 3 is better than the first Exorcist. And I think the original Exorcist is a great movie, but I still think Exorcist 3 is better. It's just that good of a movie. But yeah, no, they're just doing, and I understand it. There's a lot less baggage. If you can make a direct sequel to the original, like they did with Halloween 2018, it's a lot more cut and dry and just from point A to B. So I think I've already asked you before, but can I recall if you answered, have you ever seen Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things? No, and that's one of those ones on my list. On that I have on a list to watch. I forget which category that was in. I think that's in there, the zombie one. But when I go back and revisit, I think it's zombies. That's one of the ones I plan to watch for that list. Boo, I like 3. Yeah, Halloween 3 or Extras 3 is incredible. I agree. You guys are running out of questions on me. How am I keeping up with you guys? Come up with some good questions, guys. The weirder, the better. Keeps me on my toes. Question: what is your favorite horror movie that pretty much no one has heard of? Hills Run Red. I talked about it on a Tubi list not too long ago because I think it might still be on Tubi. But that movie is so fucking badass, super savage and dark and twisted, but yet nobody fucking knows about that movie. And it's not even like a low budget, like it has a pretty good budget and good acting. I mean, everything is good about this movie. It's just, I think it's too dark and too twisted and too fucked up to be for like a mainstream audience. So it just never got promoted and just kind of disappeared. But I love that movie. It does have a little bit of a cult following, but very, very small considering how good it is. Question. Hold on. Question. Will you join me in sabotaging said 2023 Exorcist sequel? I don't have any reason to sabotage anything. I don't follow what you're saying. Like, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. As long as they don't do anything that hurts, like it's its own movie. It's its own sequel. Like, I would have preferred it if they had made a sequel to Exorcist 3, but as long as he makes a good movie, it's a good movie. Trust me, David Gordon Green can hang himself, plenty well enough. But as he showed in 2018, he can also make a good movie. So I just hope he makes a good movie, and because we haven't had an Exorcist movie in a long fucking time. Yeah, Babyface is incredible. I've made like three or four different Babyface masks from scratch because it's such a cool mask, and I couldn't find where to buy one anywhere. But I've given them all away. All right, the Boogeyman question: if you could go to one horror movie location after Halloween 3, where would it be? I really want to go to the Phantasm um um funeral or mortuary, but it's actually a church, I believe, or a reception, a wedding reception hall or something like that, but it's in Canada. So like that is an expensive, crazy ass trip, but I'd love to go there. But another bucket list one is Candyman. I want to go to New Orleans so bad. And Candyman, what is it? Candyman 2 that's done in New Orleans. I think that would be super dope. But also Chicago and go to some of the like Sabrina Green and just some of the areas where Candyman was shot would be super sick. Um, yeah, those are the bucket list ones for me at this point. I think I actually, but a lot of it for me too is I want to be surprised too. So I want to go to places and then when I'm there, figure out, oh shit, so and so was shot here, or this is a haunted house, or this is a Halloween something or other. Like, experience what horror lies there. That sounds like fun. I think they actually, I think I actually heard that The Exorcist 3 was actually a totally different story that William Peter Blatty wrote. Yeah, it basically is. But you just put the no. No, it is definitely clearly tied into the first Exorcist. It's like, have you seen Exorcist 3? I mean, it's very clearly tied into the first Exorcist, but it is kind of a standalone at the same time. And they had to, because The Exorcist 2 was such a fucking abomination. It was horrible. It's one of the worst sequels ever made. Ah, I'm trying to spill shit. Have you seen the channel Zero TV? No. Where is Channel Zero TV show? Oh, you're talking about Channel Zero. Yeah. It's on Shudder. The first season of it especially is so good. Love it. With the little puppets and shit. So creepy. But yeah, I enjoyed that series a lot. And it's too bad it's off the air now. Let's see. What horror books or stories would you love to see turned into a movie? I'm not a big reader. I have super bad dyslexia, really bad eyesight. Like I just don't read much. So unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not the right person to ask that question. I've been to Cabrini Green. I lived in Chicago for a while. It's like the new movie showed. It's lofts and townhouses. Yeah, I'm not going there because it's like a cool looking location. I just would like to go and be in that space, knowing that it was made there. But a lot of it comes down to the city. So it's like I really want to go to Chicago for lots of reasons. I really want to go to New Orleans for lots of reasons, but also to check out those locations while I'm there. The heart-shaped box. I feel like that was made into a movie. Wasn't that made into a movie by maybe not. What am I thinking of? I feel like it was made into a movie, but I can't remember who I thought made it. Question: what are the scariest or most realistic ghost movies you've seen? I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it was this British thing that aired that was presented as a real like news broadcast thing that fooled a shitload of people in Great Britain when it aired, in England when it aired, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like from the 90s or early 2000s, and it's really goofy in some ways, but it feels real because it's so subtle. And all the real ghost experiences I've had, they feel like subtle and almost like not a big deal, but are at the same time. It's just like this thing happens. It's not like a big grand buildup where there's music playing and then it happens. You know what I mean? Like in real life, it's just you're sitting there talking and all of a sudden a fucking frying pan flies across the room, you know, or a door slams out of nowhere, or you hear footsteps. Like it's just a normal thing, and it just happens. Um, but the Paranormal Activity movies, especially the first one, and especially when it came out, that felt so real. And then now it's not quite, you know, like anything, it ages, and you've seen other things that have done something kind of similar and better or whatever. But when that movie came out and was in theaters, that felt very, very real at the time. That's right. That's what isn't that I feel like that is one of Joe Hill's books that's getting made. I knew the name sounded familiar, but I'm pretty sure that one's being shopped around right now, and it is going to be made. But with the writer strike and everything going on right now, a lot of that stuff's in kind of a limbo state. But it's one of the ones I think that's going to get picked up soon. Any good summer horror movie suggestions other than the obvious? See, you're thinking of the campy ones. Whenever I think of summer, I always think of shark horror movies. You know, I always think of like the goofy, silly shark movies like Sand Sharks and you know, that kind of stuff. Exorcist Shark, like the dumbass ones. But like Deep Blue Sea and Jaws, those are both like huge summer movies for me. Like I already saw Jaws this year, right before 4th of July. It's kind of a tradition, just like Halloween is. I always watch the movie Halloween in October, no matter what. I always watch Jaws in the summer, no matter what. But yeah, I mean, those are what speak summer to me, but I'm trying to think of what else feels very summery. I think those are just the ones that I think of off, you know, that make me think of sharks. Any shark movie really, especially when it's in summertime. Oh, what was that one? Um oh man, it's a shark movie. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a good summer shark movie too. Have you reviewed Coffin Joe movies? I don't know what those are. So I haven't reviewed them. I don't know what they are. I totally agree. The Burning is a fantastic summer horror movie. It really feels like summertime. I love that movie. Midsommar is an amazing movie. It doesn't make me think of summer. It makes me think of more of like spring time, you know, but great movie. Yes, Ghost Watch. That is the movie I'm talking about. That movie, it's so weird. You watch it and you're like, what? This doesn't feel scary or anything. But then you get into it and it's just such a subtle, unassuming type of movie that it actually gets to you at a point. I think it's fun. I wish they'd redo Jaws and stick to the book. I just think that anything you do with Jaws is just not going to be good. You know, like don't call it Jaws, make a new shark movie. I don't know. I know what you're saying, and I think it would be cool to do something that sticks to the book, but at the same time, Jaws is just absolutely. It's like trying to redo The Godfather, you know, or remake The Godfather. Like you're gonna fail. It's like what happened with Psycho 98. Like there's certain movies you just cannot remake, even if you're gonna try to go closer to the story. You know, you're never gonna, you know, because like for instance, when they made another version of oh, what was the one I was thinking of The Shining. You know, nobody knows of it. Nobody saw it. It was just like, whatever, dude. I'm not gonna watch a Shining remake. Like, you know, even if it's amazing. Good into let's see. Coffin Joe is at midnight. I'll take your soul. I'm so confused on what you're saying. I'm guessing you said, okay, I don't know what it is. At midnight, I'll take your soul. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Like, I don't think I've ever seen them. The Cell, overrated or underrated? Underrated. You're talking about the one with Jennifer Lopez, right? I think that movie is extremely underrated. I love that movie, and I've recommended it a few times. I just feel like it still doesn't get enough love. It's crazy because the cast and the budget and all that, you would think it would have gotten a more of a cult following. I don't know why it hasn't. Because some of the imagery, like that's one of those movies that you'd think would age and look super fucked up and stupid at this point, but it doesn't. Like the way they use CGI and the way they did things, it still works. It still looks amazing to this day. I love that movie. If you haven't seen The Cell, the Jennifer Lopez one, the problem is there's another The Cell that's not good. So you got to see The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. I'm telling you, that movie's fantastic. Stephen King actually really liked the remake and hated Kubrick's movie. I know. That's what I'm saying. The remake of The Shining was actually really good. But it's just, it wasn't even that people hated it. It's just most people were saying, whatever. I'm not going to go see a remake of The Shining. You know, it's like one of the greatest movies ever made. So that's the problem. It isn't anything to do with if the movie's good or not. You know what I mean? It's just people. It's a legend. You just don't fuck with a legend. Man, someone just emailed me saying I blocked him, and I remember doing it on accident. I don't know how to fix it. Does anybody know how to fix that? Like, I've never blocked anyone before, and it's a bummer. Like, he's emailing me, like, dude, why'd you block me? I'm like, I feel bad. I didn't mean to. Like, I know there's got to be a way to unblock someone, but I don't even know where that. Like, they make a lot of this shit so fucking difficult and complicated. Yeah, that's what I tried. But when you block him, he's like instantly gone. It was like I hit the wrong button and instantly was gone. And I knew that I had hit block on accident. As soon as I clicked, I'm like, oh shit, that was the block button. And then he was just gone. Because all I was trying to do was delete his comment. Or I think that was what I was trying to do. So I don't know. I don't know where, because I'm sure there's a place where it like lists all your blocked um anybody that's been blocked, but I don't freaking know where it is. So are you guys done asking me questions? Because if you are, I will kindly say goodnight and then leave. My favorite jump scare, I think, is the one in Exorcist 3. That jump scare is phenomenal. But there's also a really, like, even though I don't think Insidious the Red Door, this new Insidious, even though I don't think it's like an all-timer or anything amazing, like it's fun, but it's not amazing, right? There is one jump scare in it that is phenomenal. It's one of the best I've been personally affected by in a very long time. I don't know if I'd say it's the greatest of all time. It's like you can't really say that when something just comes out, but it's fucking really good for me personally. Question: Dog Soldiers or American Werewolf in London? Oh man. Well, I did do a top 10 werewolf movies, and I'm pretty sure I know I did. I put American Werewolf in London above Dog Soldiers. But That's based on the impact, how well made it is, as well as how much I enjoy it. But if we're just going to go based on my own personal enjoyment, I would go with Dog Soldiers. I have more fun with that. I love that movie. I love the way the werewolves look. I just have so much fun with it. But American Werewolf in London is just an absolute classic, just like the Wolfman. Actually, on my list, I believe I put Wolfman number one. But if you haven't watched those, definitely go check out my werewolf. I did two different ones, part one and two. And I am probably going to make a part three here soon of werewolves because you guys seem to really like those lists. That they're two of my best videos I've ever done, and I have a lot of fun talking about werewolf movies. I love werewolf movies. Make sure you write question in the beginning of your comment if you have a question. It had to take Rob Zombie to make the Coffin Joe movies and legacy to be recognized worldly. I still have no idea what the Coffin Joe movies are. Like Rob Zombie made a Coffin Joe movie? Which one did he make? I've seen all of Rob Zombie's movies, I think. What thus far is the most far question you have answered on your platform to date? Brian, what do you mean? The most far? Do you mean the most fair? What thus far is the most far question you've answered? Can you explain, Brian, what you're trying to ask here? I don't follow. Sorry. Have you seen The Company of Wolves? Yes, it was. Once again, watch my werewolf list if you want to hear me talk about werewolves. You know, I've ranked 20 of the greatest werewolf movies between those two videos. But The Company of Wolves was in part two, and it's fantastic. I didn't grow up with it, and I still immediately fell in love with it. It's so good. Like, I couldn't believe it was as good as it was, and it was a movie I had never seen. Like, it's crazy. Yes, that is what exactly, Ralph. That's what it was. I was trying to delete it because I thought it was his address. And like, we can't have addresses and shit. Never heard of Coffin Joe either, but I bet Joe Bob could whip his ass. You meant far out question. Okay. I haven't really gotten that many far out questions. That's why I'm always like, ask me the craziest shit you could think of. Like, I want someone to make me uncomfortable answering some shit, like, just so we can get crazy and have fun, like, you know, like, get weird. Probably just shit about my eye. Like, I get asked that question constantly, and people ask it in some of the weirdest ways. Like, people are all want to know, but they're always uncomfortable at the same time to ask. So, have you ever experienced my smoke alarm go off? Yeah. Why would you ask that? Yeah, I've had lots of smoke alarms go off. I thought you mentioned that, but couldn't remember for sure. Oh, on the werewolf? Yeah. I asked earlier, but had to leave. Okay, I just watched Butterfly Kisses. It was pretty good. I want another found footage. Give me one. Yeah, I said it earlier. We actually named off a bunch, but Lake Mungo. Check out Lake Mungo. And then what was the other one? Ghoul. Ghoul is another amazing, one of my favorite found footage movies. Question: are you zombie movies played out? Can they be? Think I don't think there's such a thing as zombie movies being played out if they're like, yes, they're played out as far as the shitty ones, right? But every time a really good zombie movie is made, it's still good. It's just because I mean, like we just saw um Train to Busan not long ago, and that was fucking incredible. Or The Sadness, which is not quite zombies, but it's still in that same world, and that was incredible. And that was just last year. So I don't think there's such a thing as far as like any kind of movie you shouldn't make anymore. It's just make them good, make them right. As far as that, but yes, zombie movies are played out because there's just been way too much of them done. But it's just like any other content. Like if you're not making good movies, you're not making good movies. It doesn't matter what type. A good movie is a good movie. So I think you should never be afraid to make whatever kind of movie you feel um, compelled to make. Just make it fucking good. If you were to make a horror movie, what would the story be about? Anything is on the table. It would definitely be cosmic horror. I adore cosmic horror, and it's not done enough, or werewolf, but I think I would go with cosmic horror. I feel like there's so many stories that could be made in that world of like the old ones and just creepy fucking unknown. Like there's so much that could be done in that world, and it just blows my mind that it's not made more, especially if you do something to do with Cthulhu and the ocean. Like, come on. Like it's just right there. Yes, it would take a decent sized budget to make something right, but I just don't understand why it hasn't been done. Okay, bring it on, Sussurus. Do you listen to Ice Nine Kills? Hell yeah, I listen to Ice Nine Kills. Like their most recent album was like my favorite album for months and months and months. Like, dude, they're awesome. I love that band. Tubi has new genre column called Found Footage. Um, Not really, because Tubi just depending on who you are, they're gonna always be changing up the different uh genre columns. So it's not really a new genre column, it's just new to you because based on what you watch. So like they have tons of, and they're always changing because it's based on what you're watching. Question: what adult movie with horror elements makes you think it could be a legit horror movie? I I don't know if I've ever. Here's the thing about porn, right? I'm not someone that gives a fuck about the story or really pays attention to the story. So it's just about, a hot porn. And I've never watched enough of like the movies sort of thing and paid attention to like a movie. Like a lot, like there are guys or women too, I'm sure, but people out there that actually watch them like a movie, like beginning to end. I have never been that way. Like, like I'll flick from one to the next until I figure out whatever I need to watch to get my day going, kind of thing. So yeah, and honestly, every horror-based kind of adult film I've ever seen, they're always ripping off some shit for the most part. Like they're not doing anything unique or whatever. They're kind of a spoof, if memory serves. I've never seen one that really, maybe Pirates, like because I've always felt you can make a really cool like evil, creepy horror pirate movie that no one's ever really done. Question: you want uncomfortable? Here it goes. Since you're talking about your eye, did that scene in The Sadness make you uncomfortable? No. No, not at all. Actually, if you want the honest truth, I busted out laughing. Like it's the only scene in the movie that I busted up laughing because it was just so ridiculous, so overboard. And I was like, I started busting up and I was like, of course he did. Of fucking course he fucks her eye hole. Like, but I watch way too many horror movies. Like, I don't take them like literal. Nothing really affects me that much like that. Esoteric questions, things like that. That's the stuff that affects me, makes me think. Weird question. Die on fire in a bear suit. Oh, see, now this is the kind of question I want. This is awesome. Die on fire in a bear suit or jump out of the window and have your body possessed. Um, I'd probably I'd probably jump out a window and have my body possessed because what the hell? I don't know what that's like. I know I'm gonna die in the bear suit. That's gonna suck, and I'm gonna die, right? Um, but being possessed, who knows? Maybe that's a fun ride. Like maybe me and the demon will get along. Maybe we'll go and have some fun, spending together. I don't know. Sounds like a interesting ride. I have no idea what it'll be like. So, but I mean, I guess I don't know what's gonna happen when I die either. I don't know. I just think I'd maybe get along with the demon, or like I feel like I'm good enough at talking to people that I could get along with the demon and and it wouldn't be too horrible. Question: have you went to Florida? No, but I'm going to Florida as a guest of Leslie, the crew member. She's part of the channel and Patreon, and or part of the channel members. And she's not part of the channel. Like she doesn't help me do anything, but she invited me to come back there and go to a convention with her and stuff. So I'm going to Florida for the first time in October. So I'm super fucking excited about that. Question: what horror movie is like a guilty pleasure or comfort watch, even if it's not popular one? I have a few. Like honestly, any of those early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s ones. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer, or you know what a good one is? House of Wax. Where it's not a good movie, not the OG amazing one from the 70s or 60s, but the one from early 2000s. It's trash, man. It's not a great movie. It's got some issues, but there's something about it. Same with Wrong Turn. Like they're not the greatest movies, but they're fun, and there's something just the teeny thing. Like I just recently watched one that was like a great comfort food movie. It was the last movie Wes Craven ever made, and I'm blanking on the name of it. It's someone will probably remember the name of it, but it's Wes Craven's last movie, and it's that early 2000s. I think it was actually later in the early 2000s, but like 2008 or 9, something like that. But it's still cheesy as fuck and stupid. But oh man, I had a great time with that movie. So those are comfort food movies to me. Yes, Ghoul is awesome. It is one of the best found footage for sure. Oh, I'm good, man. You're not. I will let you know if I feel disrespected or something you say bothers me or whatever. If you leave it a comment on a video, I may not say shit, but when you're on a live and I'm talking, yeah, I'll probably tell you what I think right then and there. Like if something you say is not cool. I love Color Out of Space. That movie is fantastic. So beautifully done, colorful, fun. It's one of the best cosmic horror movies. Like, I love that movie. Yeah, the ocean is a very scary place, and that's why I don't understand why we haven't done more movies to do with that. And I'm talking like shark movies. I'm talking about the unknown, like giant creatures, like Underwater. I love that movie. I adored that movie because Underwater really did that whole creature on the bottom of the ocean unknown thing so well. Welcome to the creature feature of the evening. Thanks for suggesting, and thanks for what you do. Hope you make money doing it, because yeah, I'm definitely making money doing it. Like basically like a minimum wage job right now, but I'm hoping to get above that so I can eventually afford to pay rent and get a car and all those good things that an adult my age should have. But that I lost everything in 2020, so I'm building back. Let's see, Mr. Becker, your description of porn had me laughing. Just trying to be honest, man. See, that's what I mean. They're always just spoofing on well-known horror movies. Like I'm sure there's some legit, maybe horror porn. I've never really looked for that, so I don't really. That's awesome. I'm glad you loved Exist. It's a great little movie. So yeah, so I don't know. I've never really searched for horror porn. I'm sure there is. I've just never went there. If we go with Nightmare on Elm Street concept that Freddy is possessed by some nightmare demon, could there be a Middle Ages prequel? Ooh, that's an interesting idea. That's a really interesting idea because then you could have a whole new cast of Freddy. It could be a young guy, and then you could make sequels for days because you go back far enough. Kind of like what we've seen done with Predator. That's someone should do that with Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that is one of the best directions you could go with it. Even a series, like maybe if this Crystal Lake Friday the 13th series does well enough, maybe you'll see A24 or someone do a series like that or something with, like a legit series with that property. That's a really good idea, Chris. Well done. Hell yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't remember what you Yeah, My Soul to Take. That's the movie I was talking about. It's a perfect comfort food early 2000s movie. Like if you want something to just eat some popcorn and relax, not be super into something, just have fun with. That's a great one. Question. Killed by Jason, Michael, Freddy, Leatherface, or Pinhead? Definitely Jason. Because with Jason, it's super quick. It's just a big machete decapitation or something like that. Michael, it's a little slower. Freddy is just going to play with you like a cat plays with its food. Leatherface, I'm not 100% confident he would do the job with one blow. You might get cut up with a chainsaw and into pieces. Like, I don't know. I feel like I might lose a limb first. And like, yeah, be scary and a more longer thing. No. And then Pinhead, should have just going to torture you for eternity. So definitely not Pinhead. House of Wax remake, worth it to see Paris Hilton get off. Exactly. It's actually a fun movie, man. I like what's his name that plays Sam on Supernatural. I like the scene where his face gets pulled off with the wax. Like, it's just a fun movie. It's stupid, but I like it. Have you seen the trailer for Dylan's New Nightmare? Yeah, I'm actually friends with those guys. I'm going to be doing a review on the channel. I just talked to Cecil Laird the other day. He's the director of Dylan's New Nightmare, and he asked me to do a review on the channel. I said, of course. So yeah, those guys are friends of mine. So I most definitely have seen the trailer, and I've talked to them. I'm going to get a screener before too long and definitely cover it on this channel. I'm really proud of them and excited to see the finished product. I've heard great things about it. So, okay, we wins. Okay. Who wins, Dagon or Dr. Ware from Event Horizon? I think Dr. Weir. He's like fucking possessed. Like, I don't know. It feels like an old one's kind of demon, like almost like the highest you get, almost like a kind of level demon sort of thing. And Dagon, I don't know enough about Dagon to be honest. But I just feel like Dr. Weir was scarier to me. And I just feel like he would win. Just, yeah, he's just scary as fuck and demented as fuck. Totally. I remember how much it was promoted at the time too. Like that was like the thing that was promoted. It's like watch Paris Hilton get fucking killed. Urban Legend is another one. And Cherry Falls. Cherry Falls is one that no one talks about. Yeah, it's got Brittany Murphy. It's one that like nobody ever talks about, and it's one of the best from that era. It's actually a good movie. It's got some weird shit. Like basically all virgins are getting killed. So a bunch of people are just having sex with each other to try to lose their virginity so they won't be killed. And it's such a unique premise. It's uncomfortable and weird to see a bunch of teenagers going around fucking, but I think it's actually fun and actually pretty good for one of those shitty movies. Which baddie is more fun to watch, Freddy or Wishmaster? Freddy. Wishmaster's fun, but I feel like he pales in comparison to Freddy. Like no one's ever had the charisma as far as a villain, in my opinion, of Freddy. Like Chucky's close, Wishmaster's up there. But yeah, I mean Freddy is a little leprechaun, but yeah. Question. Okay, talking about Jason, is Friday Part 8 that bad? as they picture. I love that. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I can see it still being enjoyable. It's kind of like um Jason X. Like it's fucking bad, but it's still fun. Like it's one of my least favorites, but I don't hate any of them. Like I've heard a lot of people say how boring the first one is, and yeah, it is kind of boring. It kind of moves slow. But I saw it in theaters this year. I've seen it numerous times, but I saw it in theaters not too long ago, and I was like, man, this movie is still charming and really fun to be in a world of. Like some of these movies, if you've only seen them streaming or on VHS or whatever, um, you may not realize how fun and how good the movies are. There's some movies that you just need to see in a theater because they're like there's just something about the vintage quality of them, like listening to music on a record. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah. So don't ever feel bad for whatever you enjoy whatever the fuck you want to enjoy. Question. Fine then, who would you make out with, the fish chick from Dagon or Dr. Ware's eyeless wife? Oh shit, Dr. Ware's wife was pretty hot. I'd go with Dagon though, because she was super hot, dude. She was. Wow. Dr. Ware's wife did look pretty good. But yeah, I'm going with Dagon's wife. She has at least a moment where she looks hot, right? I think she has the ability to look hot. Yeah, I totally agree. The fact that I was a virgin at the time, exactly. It had much more impact because I was too when I saw that back in the day. 100%. What is one crossover that need to see the horror genre? That needs to see the horror genre crossover. What do you mean by crossover, Wicked Wolf? Like what? Like what kind of crossover? Like do you mean from like mainstream movies? Like give it a horror twist, or like please get more specific of what you mean. Yes, she was a hottie. I agree. I just think out of the two, I would go with Dagon because I honestly thought she was just so smoking, and I just recently rewatched that movie and was just like, damn, when I saw her again. So, did you know they had Jaws toys from Ideal when Jaws came out? Yes, I've seen them, and I've always thought it would be cool to get some of those toys. No problem, Jack. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you guys can have fun. Gremlins versus Critters. Man, they both have things that I love, but I personally would go Gremlins. I just think it's a little better made, a little better written, budget, acting, special effects. But I mean, you can't not love Critters. That movie's so much fun too. Like a couple of the Critters are fun. Like they're both great franchises, and I think it's kind of a bummer that a lot of people like feel like they have to only like one of them and pick sides, like because they're so similar. And I mean, Critters really was ripping off Gremlins. Like I get it, but I still think it has enough in its own right that made it fun. There goes my phone. All right, party people, I'm gonna bounce. All right, Cesarus, thanks for hanging out and have a good night. I man, Gremlins versus Critters as a crossover. Okay, now I'm even more confused. What do you mean, Gremlins? Oh, like together in a movie? Like you mean like to where they're both in the same movie, like universe? I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd like to see that. I think that would be a fun cartoon. Like you could make an animated movie with those. But either way, I think that would be a fun idea. I don't think it'll ever happen because of how much money Gremlins, and they're actually working on a Gremlins thing right now. I think it's an animated project, maybe. I know they're working on one though. Question: since you like ocean-based horror, any better submarine set horror suggestions than below? There's just not. That's what I mean. Like, there's just not enough movies to do with underwater. Like, I'd like to know about them. Like I said, Underwater is probably the most recent one that I really, really enjoyed. There was another one. Oh man, I forget the name of it. but it's not really underwater. It's this boat out in the middle of the ocean, comes up on this weird thing, and they all get this weird virus. It's really good, but um, yeah, honestly, if anybody can suggest a great like Leviathan, yeah, but I'm talking about one that not everybody's already seen. Like, I would love some suggestions for underwater horror movies. I'd love to make a top 10 list of that. I just don't think there's that many underwater, but I'd love to have that many. Markiplier making, yeah. Markiplier's making some movie. I've heard it's not gonna be the greatest though. I never know with Markiplier if what he's doing is like a serious project or if it's just like a silly, you know, kind of thing with him. I think he's actually trying to make a legit one though, but we'll see. Oh hell yeah, you guys are awesome. I've had a couple of you guys send me money on Venmo and PayPal. That's huge. So thank you so much. Helps me a ton on my trip. Oh, and then Kinsey Sterling donated $50 to help me save up for a PS5. So thank you so much, Kinsey. I don't know if you're still here. I sent you a message on Venmo in case you're not, but that's awesome. Thank you. And then Leslie sent me money on PayPal. Thank you so much, Leslie. I think she is left for the night as well. Bye, Ralph. All right. I think I am going to wrap this up. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the movie Spear is like technically underwater. It feels kind of like a space movie, but it is underwater. That's like so good. It's got Sharon Stone. Like, nobody ever talks about that movie either. That's another really, really good one. It's called Sphere. So, all right, that's gonna be it. Oh, nice, Jesse. Yeah, I would love to get a PS5 or a new Xbox within the next few months because I really want to start streaming horror games. I've never really played them. I've always had to just be like grinding at construction kind of jobs and whatnot my whole life. I've never really been able to. No, it's Sphere, not with a P. It's Sphere. Here, I'll. Oh, like that Sphere, or no, it's there is a P. It's that. I think it's like this. Here, let me just look it up. I don't think I spelled it right, but here it is. Oh, I meant the wrong thing. All right. This movie. So yeah, it's called Sphere. And if you haven't seen this, definitely it's worth renting um for a few bucks wherever. I don't think it's streaming free. So the Deep House was fun. I was frustrated with the Deep House because I enjoyed the premise more than I did the movie. Like the idea of it, and they could have went so much further with it, but it was still good. I just I felt like it could have been so much more. But all right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like always, remember, horror can be fun. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you check out my review of Talk to Me in the morning. And on Monday, there's going to be movie night this week, or maybe a live hangout because I might be on my trip. Either way, tune in Monday night. I'll be either on Discord or live, probably on Discord, and then going live or something. But yeah, something for sure Monday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll see you guys later.